Hey everyone, welcome back. Bigelow Reviews here. I am Brent Bigelow, and I have a new review for you, and that is Earl Sweatshirt's fourth studio album, Sick! Like I said, Sick is Earl Sweatshirt's fourth studio album and his follow-up to 2018's Some Rap Songs, which was highly praised by critics. I never got had the chance to listen to it until recently, and it's a good album. I understand why people like it. But I mainly know Earl Sweatshirt from his earlier days of being an Odd Future and all of that. With Tyler the Creator, Frank Ocean, Sid the Kid, Domo Genesis, all those awesome guys. But easily and far and away, Earl Sweatshirt's one of the better rappers out of the collective. Mainly because Tyler's more of like, he's the creator. He does a whole bunch of stuff. He sings, he produces, makes clothes. Making him kind of one of the more popular ones. And then you have Frank Ocean, who's pretty much an R&B god, and we don't really see him that much, him being like a recluse. But Earl Sweatshirt's been the guy who's really been out there rapping and just putting down some crazy tracks and some amazing work in his solo career with some great albums. Doris being his like debut album was awesome, had great critical acclaim as well. And then, like I said, Some Rap Songs being a pretty awesome follow-up album to that too. But when comparing Some Rap Songs to Sick, I believe Sick has a better production. It doesn't sound as muffled. It sounds like someone's like somewhat cracking open like a jar with like the music coming out on Some Rap Songs. It sounds like some of it's just not coming through. It's real muffled. It's just not a good sounding album, although the actual work put in on the album by Earl and the guys and everybody working on the album. But comparing with Sick, I think the production is just a little more on the crisper side. Even comparing his lyrics and vocals on this album compared to his previous ones, you can tell that there's a little more coherency. He's able to like put the words out. He seems like he has a little bit more energy. He doesn't sound like he's like slowly dying on the songs. The lyrics and everything, he just sounds way better on Sick, which is pretty disappointing because Sick in itself isn't that great of an album. At least I don't think so. There's a few songs on here that are actually songs, but the other ones on here are like just a few like snippets. Most of the tracks on here, there's like 10 songs on the track list, but there's only like 4 real songs that are like longer than like 3 minutes. Everything else on here is like they're all basically slightly over 1 minute and like snippets. There's some good ones on here out of those the little snippet songs that I wish were extended. Like the intro track, Old Friends. The sound effects on here from like, it sounds like an old school Atari video game. It's awesome, and they're happening in the background. I just wish it was a little bit longer and he had a little more extra things to say on it. And same could be said for the title track, Sick. Like dropping some Spider-Man bars. I could always have some more Spider-Man bars. I wish the song was a little bit longer. Some of the songs on here that I really do like that are thought out are like 2010, which is an awesome song. It's kind of like an ode to one of his friends, Mac Miller, who dropped a song called 2009, which is like a reflection on the release of his album Kids, which really blew him up and made him a really popular artist. It's kind of a reflective thing how in 2010, which is the song's titled, is when Earl decided to go solo and dropped his first mixtape. And then after that, he's been solo and living his best life. But even living his best life, towards the end of 2010, Earl was talking about how as he's moving forward, there's a lot of pain that is happening behind him. So it's kind of like, is the pain worth the art that he's putting out? Because a lot of his lyrics are pretty deep and introspective and talk about a lot of the demons that he is dealing with. On the track Vision with Z Loopers, the whole beat on here sounds like something that Alchemist would have done, which I would really love to hear Earl and the Alchemist collab on an album. I think that could be something really special. Z Loopers has a pretty decent verse on here. It's very melodic and it's nice. It kind of sucks you into the song. Earl does an alright job on here. I'm not too crazy about it, but it's a good song. It's alright. I think Z Loopers does a better job on here than Earl. Tabula Rasa featuring Arm & Hammer. That's a pretty decent song too. It's full length. Arm & Hammer, those guys go hard, but I just wish this album was a little more coherent. I wish it was a little bit longer. It had a little more substance to it as well. It's nice to hear Earl have a little more energy and a little more vigor in his bars. Compared to his last couple of things were kind of like sad and dour. It's nice to hear him doing his thing, but I'm not really feeling this project. I give Sick by Earl Sweatshirt a 54. I'm not really feeling this project. It's alright, it's tolerable, there's some good songs on it, but I just wish it was a little more thought out. But what do you think? Put your score in the comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Bigelow Reviews and 72BrentNerd27. And I will see you guys in the next one. Biggie out.